Don't write ij case. If you want to write also, that will not be there in the options. Direction ratios means I cap, j cap, k cap components are there na? A1, A2, A3. These three will come. They are direction ratios. If you want direction cosines, these three should be divided by magnitude. With this root of this thing, you have to divide all three. Then you will get direction cosines. Means you will get A1 by root of A2 by root of A3 by root of. Inside the root, you have to write this one. Root of A1 square plus A2 square plus A3 square, you have to write in all these three places. Direction ratios, the direction cosines. Sorry, I didn't write three. Generally, can you write in this root what will come? A1 square plus A2 square plus A3 square will come like that. You have to write in these two places also. Direction cosines will be generally denoted by LMN. How these three will be related to each other? Means if you square and add, you will get 1. Direction cosines are known to you as LMN. L square plus M square plus N square is equal to 1. Or what is L? Cos alpha. What is M? Cos beta. What is N? Cos gamma. L square means cos square alpha, M square means cos square beta, N square means cos square gamma. If you add, then you will be getting 1. This is a shortcut and this is full form. L square plus M square plus N square is equal to 1. Cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma is equal to 1. So on seeing a vector, you will get this much information. Just on seeing a vector, this much information is available. You can tell its direction ratios, you can tell its direction cosines. You can find a unit vector along that, because this is the formula for finding its length, magnitude, and this is the relation between direction cosines. That means this is cos alpha, this is cos beta, and this is cos gamma. Sometimes that fellow may ask what is the angle made by the vector with x-axis. Means he is asking alpha. No sir, he is asking angle with the y-axis. Means he is asking beta. No sir, I want angle made with the z-axis. Means he is asking gamma. Any one he may ask. Then you do one thing. Sir, he is asking angle with the x-axis. Means find out this and equate it to cos alpha. Then if you equate this to cos alpha is equal to, if you equate to this, then you will be getting alpha. Suppose if this is 1 by root 2, then you can say that alpha is equal to 45 degrees, pi by 4. Suppose if you get 3 by 5, then alpha is equal to cos inverse of 3 by 5, you can say. I'll do one thing. I'll give one example. A bar is equal to 3i cap plus 4j cap plus k cap. What is the angle made by this vector with x-axis? Means direction cosines. So here 3 by root of, here 4 by root of, and here 1 by root of. 3 square plus 4 square plus 1 square means 9 plus 16 plus 1 means how much you get? 26 you will get. So this will be 26, 26, 26. If I ask you what is the angle made by the vector with the x-axis, then you take the first one only. This only is useful for us. Cos alpha is equal to 3 by root 27. Direction cosines. direction cosine means cos alpha. Then what is alpha? Alpha is equal to cos inverse of 3 by root 26 you will get. Sir, he is asking angle made with the y-axis. Then equate this to cos beta. Then you will get beta. Means cos inverse of 4 by root 26 will come. Angle made with the z-axis means cos inverse of 1 by root 26 will become. Like that you can find. Now, two vectors A bar, B bar. You can do two types of multiplications. So if you multiply two vectors, what is the answer? Is it a scalar or is it a vector? That depends. That matters. Sir, if I multiply two vectors, I got scalar, sir. There is no direction, sir. Means we call that as scalar product, means or dot product we call. No, sir. The answer is a vector, sir. Means we call it as a cross product. Dot product and a cross product. Scalar product or vector product also you can call. Scalar product or dot product, vector product or cross product. So these two are very important. Some questions he is asking on this. I will do it. See, dot product. What is A bar dot B bar? What is A bar dot B bar? Note down. Modulus of A bar into modulus of B bar into cos of angle between them. Cos of angle between them. Next, what is A bar cross B bar? A bar cross B bar means modulus of A bar, modulus of B bar into sin theta into n cap. What is n cap? It is a unit vector which is perpendicular to both A bar and B bar. Its length is 1 unit. N cap means unit vector. Its length is 1 unit. So this is a number, this is a number, this is a number, and only this is the vector. Therefore it is a vector product. Okay. What is the direction of n cap? It is perpendicular to both A bar and B bar. Suppose if A bar and B bar are on the board, A bar cross B bar will be perpendicular to the board. A bar cross B bar will be perpendicular to the board. Right, save it. Now, generally we won't use that with this one. What is modulus of A bar cross B bar? I don't want direction. I want only magnitude. Means n cap, no need of writing because its length is 1. Throw it in dustbin. So, what are the remaining things? Modulus of A bar into modulus of B bar into sin theta. This formula generally we may not be using it. This formula we will use. Magnitude wise we will use it. So A bar dot B bar formula contains cos theta. Modulus of A bar cross B bar contains sin theta. Suppose if angle is not given to you, directly two vectors are given. Angle is not given to you. Suppose A bar and B bar are given to you. A bar is given as A1 I cap plus B1 J cap plus C1 K cap. This is given as A2 I cap plus B2 J cap plus C2 K cap. Suppose the two vectors are given like that. Then how to find a dot product and how to find a cross product? Then A bar dot B bar. Second formula for dot product. First formula is when angle is known, you can use it. When angle is not known to you and both vectors are clearly given, then A bar dot B bar is A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2. help of this you can find. These are the two formulas for finding dot product. Next, find A. Cross B bar. Again, step will be A bar. In A bar, what are the components? A1, B1, C1. Fill it here. A1, B1, C1. In next row, you write A2, B2, C2. A2, B2, C2 you write. That is A bar cross B bar. A bar dot B bar, A bar cross B bar. For dot product, these are the two formulas. For cross product, these are the two formulas. With angle, without angle. Now here, one very important thing is, whenever you want the angle between two vectors, this formula is comfortable to you. This formula will be comfortable. What is cos theta from this? Cos theta is equal to, if you cross multiply this entire thing, then you will get A bar dot B bar by modulus of A bar into modulus of B bar. This formula is very useful for any type of examination. Anywhere if you want, sir, I want angle between two vectors, I want angle between two lines, I want angle between two planes, I want angle between one line and one plane. This many questions can be given. Angle between two vectors, angle between two lines, two planes, one line, one plane, like that. For everything, if you want angle, maximum 99.99%, this may be useful. Directly or indirectly, this will be useful to you. So please remember that carefully. Now, when two vectors are perpendicular to each other, A bar and B bar are perpendicular to each other, then what will happen? If two vectors are perpendicular to each other, then their dot product will be 0, because cos 90 will be 0. So this will become 0. Therefore, dot product is 0. If A bar is perpendicular to B bar, A bar dot B bar will become 0. Don't forget that. Whenever dot product becomes 0, you can say that they are perpendicular. If they are perpendicular, dot product is 0. Both ways. If dot product is 0, we can say that they are perpendicular. If they are perpendicular, dot product is 0. Suppose if A bar and B bar are parallel to each other. If A bar and B bar are parallel to each other, then what happens is the cross product of these two, A bar cross B bar, is equal to, what will happen is it will become null vector. It will become null vector. A bar cross B bar is equal to, you will get 0 bar, because sin 0 degrees will be 0. Angle will be 0, and if two lines are parallel, the angle is 0. Sin 0 is 0. 0 into n cap. It will become null vector. It will become null vector or 0 vector. Projection of A bar on B bar is equal to, projection of A bar on B bar is equal to, the meaning of that is, suppose A bar is here like this and B bar is like this. I want the shadow of this on this vector. Please drop this point. Drop this point. This length is known as projection. The shadow of this vector on this vector, this will be there at this length. This is known as projection. This length is known as projection. Projection of A bar on B bar. For this, how to get it? How to get it? This the formula is, first we have to do dot product in the numerator. A bar dot B bar. Whatever the vectors are given here and here, you have to do dot product. On whatever is given, its magnitude will come in the denominator. First I told that only. I told you how to find the magnitude. I told you how to find magnitude. That I like that you have to find. So projection of A bar on B bar means their dot product will be there in the numerator. Dot product means this formula you have to use. A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2. Use it. Then you will get numerator by modulus of B bar. B bar length you have to write. Then you will get projection. Okay. Next. Suppose there is a triangle like this. These are the two sides. Suppose one is A bar and the other is B bar. Okay. So two sides are given as A bar and B bar. Then what is the vector area? Vector area of triangle. Vector area of triangle is equal to half into A bar cross B bar. Vector area of triangle is half into A bar cross B bar. No sir, I don't want direction sir. Just I want area. Just I want area of triangle. I don't want direction. Please we do one thing. After finding this sir, you please apply modulus to it. Modulus means first I started with that only. I told you how to find modulus in the beginning. Like that you have to find area of the triangle. Next, parallelogram. Parallelogram. Parallelogram is the, suppose two adjacent sides are given to you as A bar. A bar and B bar are adjacent sides of a parallelogram. Then how to find the vector area and the area of the triangle? Means see, vector area of a parallelogram. Half will not come. Don't want direction sir. I want the area of just parallelogram. Means half will not come. In triangle half will be there. In parallelogram half will not be there. Vector area and the area of parallelogram. Right. Now, next important one. When two vectors are perpendicular to each other, then I told you that A bar dot B bar is equal to 0. Then what is the formula? A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 is equal to 0. A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 is equal to 0. This is the formula. Suppose if I say that A bar and B bar are parallel to each other, parallel or collinear also. Anything is okay. Parallel or collinear, for both we will use the same concept. If two vectors are parallel or collinear, then what happens? means their direction ratios will be proportional to each other. Means A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2. If two vectors are parallel or collinear, then their direction ratios will be proportional to each other. Means A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2. Perpendicular means that formula. Parallel or collinear means this formula. Next. Now, suppose I have given three vectors. A bar, B bar, C bar also is given. A3 I cap plus B3 J cap plus C3 K cap. I have given you three vectors. Suppose if I say that these three are coplanar. Suppose if I say that these three vectors are coplanar, means suppose this is a plane. 1, 2, 3. All the three vectors are on the plane. All the three vectors are lying on the plane. We say that the vectors are coplanar, lying on the same plane. Then what will happen? Box A bar, B bar, C bar will be 0. You can leave gap like that or you can put comma also, no problem. Sir, I forgot about box. Totally I forgot about box. No problem. I will tell you how to do that. This will be done like this. You have to find the determinant. What is the first vector component? A1, B1, C1. That's A2, B2, C2. That's A3, B3, C3. So you have to write A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, A3, B3, C3 you have to write. This will be equal to 0. That will be equal to 0. Box means that. If it is equal to 0, they are coplanar. If not 0, not coplanar. For coplanarity, you will do like that. I told you when two vectors are perpendicular, how to deal I told. When two vectors are parallel, how to deal I told. Now three vectors, if they are on the same plane, how to do that means this is the calculation. That will be equal to 0. That is about coplanarity of three vectors. Next. Okay, now in 3D geometry, section formula. See, suppose I'll do with this one. I don't know whether how many of you know this. Let me do like this. This is the line segment in the space. In 3D geometry, not on the plane. Imagine that line in the space. This is the line segment in the space. Its coordinates are x1, y1, z1, and its coordinates are x2, y2, z2. So, if I join from A to B, means this is initial point and this is the terminal point. Then you will get AB bar. This is a vector, AB bar. What are the direction ratios of AB bar? Direction ratios of AB bar. So this is equal to the formula is final minus initial. You have to subtract like that. x2 minus x1. You can put bracket or you can leave it like that. Comma y2 minus y1. Comma z2 minus z1. Direction ratios, you can get it like that. You have to take the difference. x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1. Sir, I want cosines, sir. Direction cosines. Direction cosines of AB bar if you want. Then you do one thing. First you have to find ratios only. After finding the ratios, sir, shortcut. Let this be A. Let this difference be B. Let this difference z2 minus z1 is there, and let this difference be C. After getting ABC, then direction cosines means you have to do like this. A by root of A square plus B square plus C square. B by root of A square plus B square plus C square, comma C by root of A square plus B square plus C square. Direction cosines means you will get like that. Sir, I want the length from A to B. I want the distance between A and B. Means AB. You all know that square root of these three you have to square and add. x2 minus, in school level only you got it. x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Up to this extent you got in 10th class only, school level only. One more will join. Plus z2 minus z1 whole square. z2 minus z1 whole square will come. Distance between the points A and B, length of the line segment. Now, this is a point A, whose coordinates are this. Sir, what about vectors, sir? Means the position of vector of this is OA bar. I am writing it here. OA bar. Generally we will give shortcut test A bar. For point A, the position vector will be denoted generally with the same small letter. For B bar, generally we denote with B bar. If C point is also there, we denote that C bar, like that. Whatever the point we are using, same type small letter we prefer. You can change it, no problem at all. So A point and B point are there. Their position vectors will be hidden in this C. x1, y1, z1 is there, this is 1. x1, y1, z1 is there, you supply ij case, I cap, j cap, k cap. Then that will be the position vector of the point. Means you get x1, I cap, plus y1, j cap, plus z1, k cap. If you want this point B, position vector, then you get OB bar.